Man, first off, I want to start off by saying all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Call the law Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's it in Hebrew, man. I want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, man. Who rule well, man. They've showed men how to be men according to scriptures. And that's a big thing, man. And I want to say Shalom, Shalom to all the Akim out there, preaching this word in truth and sincerity, the hopeful elect, man. Because that's who we're here to put on for, man. Is get the elect, man. Because once the elect are sealed, this kingdom is over. We out of here. It's no more going to be dwelling with, wickedness. It's going to be dwelling with righteousness, which this lesson is about righteousness, man. And that's what it's all about, man. This whole thing is about us trying to attain to that righteousness, man. Like the scriptures say, man, those that thirst after those that hunger after righteousness, they shall be filled therewith, man. So that's what this thing's about, man. You're supposed to hunger after those righteous things, how to do things the right way. That's what this truth is about. It's about walking a straight path, man. But I'm just going to get into this lesson about, being righteousness and what it means, man. The first precept I'm going to get into, this is going to be Matthew 6:33. Because a lot of people think righteousness is being a family man or some other bullshit, man. Some other things that's man-made beliefs about it. But the scriptures say otherwise, man. There's a real way of being righteous, man. But this is Matthew 6:33. It says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of the Most High, and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you," man. So if you seek the Lord first, man, and His righteousness is, you're supposed to seek the Lord's righteousness, no one's else's, man. You're supposed to seek the Lord with your whole heart. Like it says, I believe it's in Baruch chapter 4, you're supposed to seek the Lord 10 times harder, man. You're coming back to this thing, you're supposed to seek the Lord 10 times harder, man. You're supposed to seek what He commanded to do, man, and what His Son commanded to do. But I'm going to get this next precept. It's about to be, I believe it's going to be Romans 11, man. Because Romans, you know what, I'm going to get Proverbs first, man. This is going to be Proverbs 11:4, man. Forgive me if this lesson taking a little longer. I don't usually do it using the actual scripts, man. I usually just do it on my phone. But this is Proverbs 11:4, man, because this is really what it is, man. When you seek the Lord's righteousness, when you seek the kingdom of heaven, kingdom of the Most High, and you search for the Lord's righteousness, man, what are you looking to get added unto you, man? You're looking for that salvation, and that's what it's all about. It's getting that prize, man, that reward. Paul said, this is roughly paraphrasing. He said that he forgets the things that he did to the past as he pushes forward to the mark, man. So it's not about what righteousness you showed, before. It's about consistently doing that on a day-to-day basis, man. But this is Proverbs 11:4, man. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness deliver from death, man. And we coming up on that day where, Esau's going to, like the scriptures say, Esau should come in like a flood, like a madman, sparing none, man. That means he's going to be chopping down a lot of lives, man. He's going to be chopping down a lot of lives. So with that being said, the scripture said riches don't profit in the day of wrath, man. A lot of people attribute righteousness or being good with the Most High to wealth, man. And this scripture cuts that, man. And it says, but righteousness delivered from death. So if righteousness delivered from death, that's something that we should all be looking for, man. How to get that righteousness, how to be righteous, how how to correct ourselves to be righteous, man. That's something we should be looking for. But you know, but you got to find out what that means in the scriptures, man. You know, because a lot of people still attribute, righteousness to the law, or righteousness to whatever their false beliefs are, or whatever they, imagine up in their head to be righteousness, man. Look for this other script. I think it's probably Romans 4:3. No. It's Romans 10. That's what it is. Romans 10 and I'm gonna start at 2. It says, "For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge," man. So, that goes for the grape juice drinkers, man. Of our people, man. A lot of them have a zeal for the Lord, man. But it's not according to knowledge, man. A lot of them, a lot of the grape juice drinkers, as Apostle Tahar, deemed them, man. They got a zeal of the Lord, man, but they really don't know shit about the scriptures, man. So you gotta leave that behind when you come to this, man. Like the scriptures say, you gotta be like a newborn babes. But with them not having according to knowledge, with them having that zeal, but not according to knowledge, they can never get that righteousness. I'm gonna go to verse 3, Romans 10:3. It says, "For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness," the Most High's righteousness, "and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High," man. So those people out there, that either call themselves Israelites or call themselves Christians, they haven't submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High, man. And that's the whole thing, man. It says those that worship the Lord must worship Him in spirit and in truth. You gotta really come at this thing in a truthful sense. You gotta believe in the Lord for the record that He left, like it says in I'm gonna see if I can get it real quick. I think it's John. This is 1 John 5 and 1 John 5 and 10. It says, "He that believeth on the Son of the Most High hath a witness in himself, but he that believeth not the Most High hath made him a liar, because he believeth not the record that the Most High gave of His Son," man. And that's the truth, man. You got to believe in the scriptures for what it is. You got to believe in the scriptures for how the Lord commanded it to be, man. And this is a point back in Romans 10 and 3. It says, "For being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness," which a lot of people are, and going about to establish their own righteousness. That's what the grape juice drinkers do. That's what these IUIC dudes do, saying that you can't talk about, the biggest adversary in the scriptures, man, Esau, Edom, which is their biblical identity. Their, modern day identity is, the so-called white race, man. It's the so-called white race, but really, their biblical identity is Edom. They've been here always, man. That's their biblical identity. They're trying to say that you can't talk about them. They go about to establish their own righteousness, man. They're not following after the Lord like the Lord wanted them to. You got to follow the Lord in truth and spirit, man, like the scriptures say. And it was told you in the scriptures to prophesy against Mount Seir. So you do that, man. If you're actually doing that in truth and sincerity and bringing out the scriptures the correct way, and doing this thing the correct way, doing it to the best of your ability, man, that's following out. That's attaining righteousness, man. You got to believe in this thing. That's righteousness, man. I'm going to get that real quick. This is Romans chapter 4, verse 3. This is Romans chapter 4, verse 3. No, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "What shall we say then? Abraham our father, as pertaining to the flesh, hath found. For if Abraham was justified by works, he had wherefore to glory, but not before the Most High, man. Because Abraham wasn't justified by the law, man. He was justified. I'm gonna keep reading a little more, man. It says, verse 3: For what saith the scriptures? Abraham believed in the Most High, and it was counted unto him for righteousness, man. You got to believe the Most High, man. You got to believe these scriptures for what it is. You got to get the correct breakdowns through the elders and apostles that the Spirit, the Lord, has set up, man. And that's following after the Lord's righteousness, man. And as it says, man, the meek shall inherit the earth, man. That word meek goes back to humbleness. You got to be humble before the Lord. And for you to be humble before the Lord, it means you gotta you gotta cast your old ways off. And you gotta follow the Lord how He said to follow Him, man. And that's you believe in the Lord. Like the scriptures say, faith without works is dead. Show me thy faith, and I show you my faith. Show me thy works, and I show you my faith by my works, man. That's what the scriptures talk about, man. Abraham's works didn't show him being righteous, and this is faith in the Most High's word, man. You gotta have faith in this thing, man. That's what it says in the scriptures. And, the word didn't profit some because they didn't mingle it with faith. You gotta mingle this thing with faith. You gotta believe. And if you don't have enough faith, or you believe you need more, man, you can pray to the Lord for that, man. It says pray you for spiritual gifts, and the scriptures say faith is a gift, man. But I really did not understand this until the brothers broke it down to me, man. You ask for faith, the Lord's gonna put you in situations where you're gonna have to show faith. He's gonna put you through some hell, but you call on the Lord, you're gonna be like, damn, man, I called on the Lord when nothing else. I couldn't do shit, so I had to trust in somebody I couldn't see. And that's what this thing is, man. It's faith-based, and that faith will give you righteousness, man. That faith will help you obtain to righteousness, man. So that's about the scriptures I wanted to get in today, man. This is a walk in righteousness, man. And brothers gotta attain unto that righteousness, by all means possible. You gotta be brotherly. You gotta, you're gonna take L's in this thing, but you gotta trust that those L's are for the salvation. That the trial of your faith is precious to the Lord, man. That trial that you go through, man, is precious to the Lord, and that only builds your faith to get you some righteousness, man. So you gotta, you just gotta pray to the Lord in those situations, man, and believe in this thing for what it is, man, and attain to the Lord's righteousness and walk after it the way the Lord said to, man. Man, but with all that being said, man, I want to say, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. The author of our faith. Double honors to the elders and apostles for giving us this word, through the Spirit. Pushing this thing, showing themselves an example, and to the other camp heads that's out there doing the same thing, man. And shalom, and peace and mercy to the elect, man, for being those beings in the beginning of time, man. It was set up for us to, receive this truth, man. I want to say shalom, man.